You're addicted to staying busy, and they want you to stay that way. Right now, while you're watching this, part of you is already thinking about the next thing. The email you need to send, the post you should have made, the productivity hack you still haven't figured out. What if I told you that doing nothing is the most rebellious act you can commit in 2026? Look, I get it. I've been there. I'm there. Some mornings I wake up and before my feet even touch the floor, I'm already scrolling. Already checking. Already somewhere other than here. And the worst part? I didn't even notice when it started. When did rest become something I had to earn? When did being still start to feel so uncomfortable? We're living in a strange time where everyone is trying to sell you something. Wake up at 5 in the morning, optimize your morning routine, hack your sleep, monetize your passion. And if you're not doing all of that, if you're just existing, then they say you're wasting your potential. But there's one thing no one talks about. Burnout is intentional, because when you're tired, you don't question things. When you're distracted, you don't really notice what's actually happening. When you're busy, you don't have the time to ask yourself if maybe, just maybe, you're running on a hamster wheel that goes nowhere. Can I ask you an honest question? When was the last time you did absolutely nothing? And I really mean nothing. Not meditation with an app tracking your streak. Not a mindful walk while listening to a podcast about mindfulness. Just you. Silence. No schedule. If that question made you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort is trying to tell you something. I realized something about myself recently. I'm afraid of boredom. Truly afraid. 5 seconds without stimulation and my hand automatically reaches for my phone. It's not even a conscious choice anymore, it's a reflex. And I started asking myself, why? What exactly am I running from? The answer came one night when my phone ran out of battery and I had forgotten my charger. I was sitting in my room and during the first few minutes I felt panic, as if something was wrong, as if I were losing something essential. But after the panic passed, something else came up. Thoughts I had been avoiding, feelings I had been pushing away, questions I never had time for. That's when I understood. I'm not addicted to my phone. I'm addicted to not feeling. And the phone is just the drug I use to numb myself. We're all like this. We scroll because we're avoiding something. We fill every second because silence means facing what's happening inside us. And facing that is scary. But what if that fear is exactly where we need to go? I started reading about monks from different traditions, from different centuries, and they all say the same thing. That awareness, real awareness, doesn't arise when you're busy. It shows up in the gaps, in the silence between thoughts, in the space you usually fill with noise. I used to think that was empty spiritual talk, until I actually tried it. I gave myself permission to do nothing, not as a productivity hack. Not to optimize focus, just to sit and be useless for 30 minutes. The first times were awful. My mind screamed at me, "You're wasting time. Other people are moving ahead. Do something, anything." But I stayed there. And at some point, around the 15-minute mark, something shifted. My breathing slowed down. The mental noise faded. And for a brief moment, I wasn't stuck in the past or planning the future. I was just here. And it sounds small, but it was huge, as if I had spent my whole life living inside my head and suddenly I dropped back into my body, into the present moment. There's science behind this. When the brain isn't focused on a specific task, it enters a state called the default mode network. That's where you process emotions, where unexpected connections form, where wounds you didn't even know you were carrying begin to heal. Your brain needs rest. Real rest, not scrolling, not binge watching, not productive rest. Silence. But our culture doesn't want you to know this, because in a world that profits from your attention, presence is an act of rebellion, and in an economy built on your exhaustion, resting becomes resistance. Every time you choose silence over scrolling, you take your power back. Every moment you spend with yourself instead of consuming content, you say no to a system that needs you distracted in order to keep running. They need you tired. They need you too busy to question things. They need you moving so fast that you never stop to ask where you're going. So, what if you just stopped? I'll tell you what I've been doing. Not as a rule, just as an experiment. Once a week, I have a date with boredom, 30 minutes, doing nothing. I sit on the couch, lie on the floor, or look out the window. No phone, no book, no music, just me and whatever shows up. And honestly, it's still hard. My mind resists. But I've learned that this resistance is part of the process. Discomfort is a sign that something real is being touched. 1 hour before bed, my phone is turned off. Not on silent. Off. In another room. That hour is mine. Sometimes I write. Sometimes I just sit. Sometimes I cry for no clear reason, and that's okay. Between one task and another, I take small pauses. 60 seconds. 3 deep breaths. Eyes closed. No goal. Just a reminder that I exist beyond what I do. And one morning a week, I don't set an alarm. I wake up when I wake up. I don't grab my phone. I make coffee slowly. I sit by the window and watch the light change. And you know what's interesting? These mornings feel different. It feels like I'm living my life, not reacting to it. Your mind will resist this. It will tell you that you don't have time, that it's self-indulgent, that other people are hustling while you're doing nothing. That voice is loud. I hear it every time. But today, I recognize that voice. It isn't wisdom. It's fear. It's the part of you that was conditioned to believe your worth depends on how productive you are. The part that thinks if you stop performing, you stop existing. And that part lies. You may feel guilty. I did. I still do sometimes. We were trained to feel guilty for resting, for not producing, for simply being. But that guilt isn't yours. It belongs to a system that needs you exhausted. So feel the guilt, notice it, and do it anyway. So here's my request. Now. Not tomorrow. Not when you have time. When this video ends, don't click the next one. Don't scroll the comments. Don't check notifications. Close the app. Turn your phone face down. And sit for 5 minutes. 5 minutes will feel like forever. Your mind will panic. Your hand will itch. That's exactly why you need to do this. 5 minutes. No goal. No technique. No trying to improve anything. Just exist. Notice the discomfort. Notice the resistance. See what shows up when you stop running from yourself. Then, if this resonates, come back and tell me in the comments how it was. Honestly. I want to know if I'm the only one struggling with this, or if we're all in this together. Because learning about presence doesn't change anything. Watching videos about silence doesn't make you silent. Knowing isn't the point. Doing is. So this is the moment. When the screen goes black, that's your signal. 5 minutes. No running. See what happens when you stop chasing. For these 5 minutes, you're free. Presence is a choice. Silence is a practice, and doing nothing is how you reclaim everything. Welcome to the art of doing nothing. Now go practice.